I'm live. Okay, I'm going to go post the link to this class on the website. Log in. Da-da-da. Scroll down. Right, link to join. Highlight. Oops, I gotta hit edit page first. Edit. Scroll down. Highlight. Oops. God darn it. Control V. Highlight. Link. Enter. Edit. Settings. Open a new window. Update. Update. That should get everybody to come racing into this video production. And we're going to be playing Hokey Pokey and For Elise, which are basically the two greatest songs ever written. Hokey Pokey, 2 chords. For Elise, 4 chords, I think. And going to be lovely. So let's get started on that stuff. Okay, it is opening up correctly. My name's Gary. I'm a guitar teacher here in Denver. And Carol, and do I need to buy a book or sign up, pay in some way for a guitar? Carol, you do not. This is 1,000% free. The only thing that we're charging for is the Thursday night concert. And so the Thursday night session is when you would pay. And this week we're working on the song Lean on Me. But Carol, if you're just getting fired up and getting started, none of this, all this is on the website, and it's all free. So that's why I'm continually amazed at how awesome all this is. And thanks, Elizabeth. Welcome in. So just go Denver Guitar Orchestra. What I would do is just each day check and see what songs we're working on. I would download those 2 songs and have them in the book. And then if one is too easy or too hard, then obviously you know about where you're standing. Book level 1 is all the 1 chord songs. And that's what we're starting again tomorrow, right? I think. Yeah, tomorrow starts Brother John, and then Brother John, Friar Jacques, and so on. And so that's a 5-week program to get through book 1, and then book 2 and 3 each are 20-week. Well, they're 20-song program. It doesn't take you 20 weeks to go through them if you're focused. If you just do 1 song at a time, it'll take you 20 weeks for each of those. And we're on Hokey Pokey and For Elise, and those books are alphabetical, so you can see approximately where we are. I'm not. I'm not ready for the Thursday night class. Honestly, it's the music's hard, and we're always looking just for the song that means something to us, and we enjoy playing, and that's what we're doing, right? So level 1, 2, and 3 really are instructional in terms of you need to know these skills, and then you need to know those skills, and then you need to know these skills, and then after that, it's just songs. And so the nice part is once you've mastered level 3, you know that you are officially a guitar player. There's nothing left to do except play songs. And wouldn't that be nice if that were true? There's always something more to learn. Double checking my guitar. It's been sitting here for a couple of days untouched. And now we're involved. Okay, so let's tackle Hokey. Let's start with Hokey Pokey and end with For Elise. Hokey Pokey is something we want to get through. So grab your book 2, sheet music, and today we're going to be. Let's see if my foot pedal is going to cooperate. There it goes. Hokey Pokey. Yeah, it doesn't cooperate, and then it goes 7 pages ahead. So there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 verses of this. You will be done basically after verse 1, right? So let's just talk about the skill set that's in this song and make sure that we're understanding what the purpose of playing Hokey Pokey is. It is not to play Hokey Pokey. It is to learn the skills behind playing Hokey Pokey so that when you then move on to For Elise, you got everything in place, okay? So first set of skills is C chord, index, middle, ring, okay? So 2nd string, 4th string, 5th string. There's your C chord. We played just 5 strings. Sounds nice on guitar. C chord on guitar sounds nice. It's a little bit harder to do than the level 1 chords, but it sounds nice. And it's going to come up. It's going to come up a lot. So you might as well be working on nothing better than Hokey Pokey to work on. Next chord is G7. Index finger on the first string, middle finger up here, ring finger up there. And then back. C, 2, 3, 4, G7, 2, 3, 4, and C, 2, 3, 4, G7, 2, 3, 4, and C, 2, 3, 4, G7, 2. And this seems like a silly thing to do, but honestly, you could spend the entire evening doing nothing but this, teaching your hand how to go back and forth between those two chords, 4 beats of each, and you would be miles ahead in terms of just confidence level, skill set. You just want to get really comfortable with getting those two on there. Not particularly convenient because they counterbalance each other. The index goes down while the other two go up, and then vice versa. And so it's easy to get off a little bit like I just did there. Okay, so C to G7 and back. And that's going to happen in so many songs that you play. The guitarists don't write in the key of C as much as piano players do. And of course, we end up playing a lot of piano music transcribed for guitar, and it's often left in the key of C. And so those two chords are going to come up a lot, and you want to get good at them. So those are our two chords. Now let's talk about what you do with chords. Okay, with chords, you're either going to play it and sing, you're going to play those and back up a singer, or you're going to back up the instrumental lead guitarist or another musician, so it might be a saxophone player or whatever, kazoo player maybe. And then the other thing that you're going to do is try to decorate those chords as pretty as you can to make your guitar sound fancier. Okay, so the first time through, I want to sing and just do exactly as I was doing. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, as you guys know, I'm a terrible singer, so bear with me. Okay, the song is 4/4. That's the first thing I look at when I'm getting ready to start a song. Is what meter am I going to be talking about? And notice you have 3 pickup notes. You put your. So we usually don't strum on that. We say you put your right hand in. And you're going to put 4 beats in every measure, no matter what happens in the music. So there's a point where we say, shake it all about, you do the hokey pokey. Don't let your right hand make any changes. It's still got its 4 beats to do, even though the melody has a dotted quarter note there. And in that, you turn yourself around. That's what it's all about. So you're going to have 2 strums there, where there's nothing going on in the melody, and you don't want to let the melody affect your steady rhythm. Okay, so let's just try those 4. I'll sing, and we'll go through it probably once. We'll see how I do. If I'm doing poorly, we'll go through it twice. 1, 2, 3. You put your right hand in. You put your right hand out. You put your right hand in. And you shake it all about. You do the hokey pokey and you turn yourself around. That's what it's all about. 2, 3. Let's do it again. Put your left hand in. You put your left hand out. You put your left hand in. And you shake it all about. You do the hokey pokey and you turn yourself around. That's what it's all about. Okay. The big thing you're thinking, several things you're thinking. Number 1, I want to get my chords on here clean and pretty. I want to keep my right hand, the rhythm going steady. Other things I'm thinking about is I want to listen to the music. I can tell just by the nature of music and how many songs I've worked on over the years, and you as well, how many songs you've listened to over the years, where the chord changes are. You're going to feel those chord changes, and that's why a lot of guys who play chords, they don't even need the sheet music. They can hear it coming. They know exactly what the next thing is going to be, and so they're using their ears rather than their eyes to tell them where to change chords. So that's one thing you want to work on. Don't forget to listen. And speaking of listening, all these songs are on the website. On the sheet music page at the very top, there's a little MP3 player. You go down, pick Hokey Pokey, hit play, and it will play exactly what's in the sheet music. The other thing to think about when you are playing in chords is if you're going to struggle with a chord and it's going to be hard to get on, you want to leave the previous chord in enough time to be on the next chord clean and ready to go by the first beat. So sometimes you might not strum all 4 beats in order to get to the next chord in time. You might only strum 3 times or even twice. And on complicated songs, if I know that there's a really brutal chord coming up, I might strum once in the previous measure and then go get whatever weirdo chord that I got to put on. So don't fall asleep on your current chord. Look and see what the next chord is. If it's the same chord, you're fine. If it's a different chord coming up, you may need to leave your strum pattern early in order to get there on time. All right, so that's just plain old strumming. Next thing we do is we take these 4 fingers. We're not really going to use the pinky on this hand. Just not going to use it, okay? Enough said on that. Take your 4 fingers, put them on these 4 middle strings. So thumb, index, middle, ring. 1, 2, 3, 4. I hear somebody coming down the hall. I got to see it. Oh, it's Julie. So we're going to be taking 1, 2, 3, 4. Your thumb on the top string, or on the, let's call it the 5th string. Let's use the 5th string. Index finger underneath the 4th string. Middle finger underneath the 3rd string, and ring finger underneath the 2nd string. Okay, so let me see if I can move the guitar in such a way you can see where these are. Under, on top of, under, and under. And we just randomly selected these strings. You could have done these strings, okay, that would have been fine. You could have done those strings. You can also split these up. So you get your thumb up here and your ring and your other 3 fingers down lower. All of those things are true and possible. Okay, let's grab those chords. I'm going to do what I told you initially, those middle 4 strings, but pick whichever 4 you want. And we're going to do 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. You put your right hand in, you put your right hand out, you put your right hand in, and you shake it all about. You do the hokey pokey and you turn yourself around. That's what it's all about. And repeat. Okay. I think when I'm learning a new song, this is usually how I do it, because this helps me be really clear where those beats are. This one can be a little bit soft and a little mushy. This really helps me know where my beats are. Okay, and as long as I keep my right hand steady, I'm going to know exactly how to sing this song, because I'm keeping my beats right dead square where they're supposed to be. Okay, then last thing we'll talk about on chords is arpeggio picking. On this particular song, I arranged it where you're going to go ring, middle, index, thumb, 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 ring, middle, index, thumb. I want you to look at how little motion's going on my right hand. Elizabeth and I have been watching Anna Vidovic playing her guitar lately, and it's almost as if she's not moving her right hand at all. Underneath there, her little fingers are just busy plucking away like crazy, but you wouldn't necessarily know it to look at her body. She's very, very calm, very, very minimal motion, and this is something that we want to work on, is getting more like her, and trying to keep this as simple and as straightforward as possible. 1, 2, and then when we change chords, we got our work cut out for us. Now we got a lot of stuff going on. 1, 2, 3. Put your right hand in, you put your right hand out, you put shake it all about. You do the hokey pokey and you turn yourself around. That's what it's all about. I blew it, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. That activity there, you can sit in front of the television with no chord on. Practice ring, middle, index, thumb, ring, middle, index, thumb. Then go and then do that for a while. Then do the opposite. Thumb, index, middle, ring, thumb, index, middle, ring, thumb, index, middle, ring. And then do thumb, thumb, middle, index, ring, thumb, middle, index, ring, thumb, index, middle, thumb, middle, index, ring, thumb, index, middle, ring. Okay, or try it the other way. Ring, index, middle, thumb, ring, middle, index, thumb, ring, middle, index, thumb. What we're working on there is just trying to get this free and fluid, so this thing will just run on autopilot, and then we can bring our attention back to making sure our chords get on in the correct timing. Okay, so there's all of that good stuff. Lovely, right? So those are all how you deal with your chords, playing, getting the chords on, when and how to move them about, and then decorating them pretty with your right hand. That's a lot. Okay, that and it's I talk in that in like 10 minutes, 7 minutes worth of instruction. That's weeks and weeks of serious study to get all that stuff put together. All right, that's chords. Let's talk about melody. Melody on this song does not go above measure or fret 3, so we are going to use 1 for our. Anytime a 1 shows up, we're going to use the index. Anytime a 2 shows up, we're going to use middle. Anytime a 3 shows up, we're going to use our ring finger. Okay, let's just go through and pluck it out. Make sure you're on getting on the right string and the right fret is the challenge when you're learning melody on guitar. A lot of strings, a lot of frets. Okay, try to keep it. And getting it correct in the beginning is tough. I'm going to just pluck with my thumb. If you are working next level, you are thinking about plucking with these 3 fingers. 1, 2, 3. Oh, 2. Let me get on the right string. From the top, 1, 2, 3. Oh, 2, oh, 1, 1, 1, oh, 2, oh, 1, 1, 1, oh, 2, oh, 1, 1, 1, 2, oh, oh, 3, oh, 3, oh, 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 3, oh, 3, oh, oh, 2, oh, oh, 3, oh, 3, oh, next page, oh, 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 2, oh, 1, back to the top, oh, 2, oh, 1, 1, 1, oh, 2, oh, 1, 1, 1, oh, 2, oh, 1, 1, 1, 2, oh, oh, 3, oh, 3, oh, 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 3, oh, 3, oh, oh, 2, oh, oh, 3, oh, 3, oh, page 2, oh, 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 2, oh, 1. I would play that. Obviously, I'm not playing Hokey Pokey as well as I want to play. You would probably want to play that as many times around as necessary to get a clean run through there. Okay. And again, we're not talking about complicated stuff, but we are talking about, boy, you make a mistake and it leaps out at you. And so be thinking about, am I making a mistake because I'm playing too fast? Am I making a mistake because this is one moment that surprises me? Or am I blowing it on the page turn? Or what try to assess why it is you're not being successful. Fix that issue and then go back and try it. Well, most of the time we just got to slow it down and we can play through it just fine. And again, the real learning module here is 1 equals index, 2 equals middle, and 3 equals ring. And that doesn't really change. Okay. getting good quality tones. And you heard me a couple of times. I get on top of a fret. Get that. You want to be clean. Okay, make it sound pretty. All right. Next item. That's the melody. Okay, play that until you're sick of the song. You never get sick of Hokey Pokey. Last issue on the song. At level 2, I introduced tough acts. I do expect that at some point along in your journey in level 2, you get tough acts, you understand what you're supposed to do, and you start to play it. So in level 1, I play all of them for the students, and I don't expect them to play them back to me. But at level 2, I expect you to start on each song trying the tough acts, seeing if you can make any sense of it. Okay, so in this song, we're going to start with our C chord on, as we do on all of the songs. We're always going to start with the chord on. But an interesting fact is our 0 string, which is the 3rd string in this case, we're going to have to drop our middle finger to get that 2. So while we start with the C chord on, we know right away we're going to have to move this middle finger. So it's O, 2, O. Now you've got the C chord back on, strum 4 strings, hit the 1, strum 4 strings, O, 2, O, move your middle finger, but you put it back, C chord, 1, C chord. Notice my thumb is resting on the 1st string because I'm not going to play that string. O, 2, O. 2, O. Go to a G chord with the open on the bottom. Use your ring finger to get that 3. And lose the ring finger, hit the 0. Opens. Now you got this 2. Well, that's a bummer, right? Because we've used these fingers, and now I don't have a finger to do this 2. Okay, so when we find that, we'll learn, oh, I should have used this G chord. Okay, so instead of using these 2 fingers like we typically do, we're going to have to use middle and ring to leave this finger available to go get that 2. We learn. Now we go back to measure 4, and we try it with these fingers, middle and ring. 1, 2, 3, 4. A lot of repetitive feeling sound, and then we go to page 2 and continuing on with holding that shape, 4 strings, go grab that 2 again, and then over to your C chord, and then all these pretty notes you're already holding down all those, and just drive through the 2, 0, 1, and then you go back to the O, 2, O, back to the top of the page. Let's just play it through now. Ready, play. Repeat. If it's the final time you're doing it, you're going to go to the end. Let's play measure 9, where you get your C chord. And then you're going to go, the arpeggio pattern's a little different, okay? O, 2, 3, 2, O, 2, O. It's a different way of doing it. So it sounds like you're coming to the end. Okay, so that if you're level 2, that's a lot. That's a pretty hard going there. But you see what you're after. You're there to make it sound pretty. Last comment on tough acts is once you're getting it with your thumb, then you should go back and try playing it with your claw. I could maybe put in a little more time on how to play on playing Hokey Pokey, but I'm not going to. Okay, so but the idea is, then you want to be able to do tough acts with your thumb and with your claw. Both of those are going to be useful tools when you get to level 3 and level 4, where we mix all that stuff together. Okay, all right, that's Hokey Pokey. That's enough of that. Let's move on to For Elise. We'll go relatively quickly through For Elise because the nice part about For Elise is it's kind of repetitive. So we're in book 3 now. And For Elise has 4 chords. E minor, okay, which is those two. Beautiful, right? B7, a little bit of a tougher chord. Index finger, middle ring, and then pinky on the bottom. And those are your 2 chords on page 1. And then on page 2, you've got a G chord from level 1 and a D chord. You're going to go to B7, back to E minor, and so on. Okay? Okay, so obviously we're not going to play the chords on For Elise because there's no words. So let's talk about playing the melody. Okay, we're going to start with our pinky up here on 7 and middle finger on 6. We're going to need this pinky. We're going to need our ring in a minute. So in this case, it's going to be pinky and middle on 7 and 6. Okay, and you'll see because you're going to need your ring finger to come up over here in just a second. Okay, so the first note is 7, 6, 7, 6, 7. Now your ring is on the 2nd string 7, and then index on 5. Slide down to 3, open. Grab both of these 2s, pinky on 4, ring on 3. Back to your pinky middle of the deal. Here's pinky middle again, and then up to the top of the page. So when you hit the end of 8, go back to number 1. Pinky. Didn't follow my own fingering rules. And then when you get to that 2 on measure 7, you skip on to page 2, measure 9, and go. Now you want to get your ring onto this 7. It allows you to get your middle onto the 2 7s, pinky on 8, middle on 5, index on the other 5, 2 pinkies on 7, other pinky, other pinky, then down to 3 to the open position, pinky on 5, index on the other 2. Okay, and that's the toughest part of the song. Those 4 measures there from 9 through 12. Pretty challenging piece. Now we go back to 13 and right straight back to our pinky middle routine. attention at measure 21, you go from all eighth notes to quarter notes. So these are half speed. To, and then a nice E minor to wrap it up. Okay, so that's your melody. You've heard that song. It's everybody has that as a ringtone in their phone. Okay, so that's the melody. Now, when you go to play classical music, you're not going to be strumming with your thumb. You're going to be plucking with your claw, and then this can significantly makes this piece quite a bit harder to play. Okay, so we're going to do pinky and middle on the tough axe part, just the same as we did in the melody playing. 6, 7, 6, 7, ring, index, ring, and then you want to grab this 2 with your index finger. So you're going to play 2 and 0 at the same time. You're going to grab this full B7, and your thumb is going to hit the 1 here. Pinky to get the 4. So, I said grab a full B7, probably not really necessary. Let's go ahead and grab a partial B7. Let's grab index, middle, and ring. That's going to leave us another finger to do that. So I'm going to make myself a note to grab the 1 with index and the 2 on the top with my ring. I think I'll have enough fingers then to do that section. So pair number 3, okay, we're not going to do the full B7, just this, this, and this. Ukulele players, that's your E7, okay. And let's try that. Pluck 1 and 2 together. Now you've got your pinky available to do the 4, and you still have the ring finger on 2, and then slide up, just slide up. Pinky and middle. Grab the 2. And partial B7 shape. Pinky on 3. I'll lift it up. And then back to the 2s and the 0s. The whole idea again. 7, 6 to the top. I keep missing that 5. Okay, 3, 2. Skip on to page 2. Back to your 1 or your 2 on 0 and 2 and 0. Index, middle, pinky. Slide your pinky all the way to 7. And you've got, I notated it as 700, but I think go ahead and just do, or 007. What I think you probably should do is just play all 4 and pinky here. Middle finger on the other 7s. Slide your pinky up to the 8. Ring on 7. Slide down. Same exact shape, but it's just you're on 4. You're that B7 shape, partial B7, but now you're on 4, 5, and 5 to do this section. Pinky way up there in 7s. Drop it down to the other 7. Your ring's already on 5. Slide back to 3s and 2s. 5, 3. Slide back to that same B7 position. you're done the whole song, we just repeat, or not repeat, but continue on. Remember quarter notes here, slide up to the 2. Nice big scroll at the end. So this piece is not hard to play for level 3 players. Pretty challenging when you first approach it, but you've just got to make yourself notes on the paper about where your fingers need to be in order to get the best, to cause the least amount of motion, and then just follow it, and then play the song 500 times, which I did not do prior to warming up you guys. I needed to play it a few more times to just get that and get my fingering to where it makes more sense. And then being patient with this song. Started off crazy slow. Da 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 dun 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 dun. So you start off super slow. Ultimately, you'd like to be able to play this song as fast as it probably should be. And so here you are, level 3 song. Probably not terribly brutal skills overall. Top level music. And it's one of those songs you could spend a long time on, really memorize it, turn it into something beautiful on your guitar. It's meant for piano, and here we are playing it on guitar, and not a terribly difficult arrangement. Pretty hard, not easy, but certainly not the worst thing in the world. So there we go. For Elise and Hokey Pokey, they're equally good songs in world views. So that's it. That's what I got for you today. Tomorrow is Thursday. We'll be starting the guitar course again. Brother John, if you know anybody who's thinking, hey, I wouldn't mind learning how to play fingerstyle guitar, let them know Brother John starts tomorrow at this time slot. And then tomorrow night at 8 p.m. Mountain Time, we will be hacking our way through Lean On Me, arranged by Christy. And then on Friday, we're going to play all these songs again. Brother John, Hokey Pokey, For Elise, and Lean On Me. And I'm going to have For Elise in good shape by Friday. So that's my plan. Hope you guys have a wonderful day. And obviously email me if you have questions. And if you know somebody who wants to play guitar, absolutely send them to denverguitarorchestra.com and let them get started there. Everything's free. So have a great day. I will see all of you guys hopefully tomorrow, and stay inside or stay away from other people. It seems that, as far as I can tell, the news is quite dismal, and so it's very pretty and a good goal. I like that idea, right, Carol? It's very pretty. We know it works. Now it's just a goal to get our fingers to cooperate. So practice. always the answer to everything in music. All right, guys, I want to hit end the stream. Be good. I'll see you guys tomorrow.